Welcome to another episode of 406 Garage. If you're new here, my name's Ben. I own 406 Garage. We buy, sell, and rescue old international trucks, travel-alls, scouts, and all kinds of international harvester stuff. Specifically, we do lots and lots of 69 to 75 D series. So, if you're new here, hit the like button or subscribe or share with your friends or whatever you want if you're into old internationals and rescuing old trucks. Today, we're going to answer some questions from you guys. So, a bunch of you guys have been messaging me and asking, and were like, hey, would you just do some of your videos and talk about what you're doing and show the work and da-da-da-da and whatever. Sorry, I got lifesavers in my mouth because I just had breakfast. Anyway, so today I'm going to show you guys one of the trucks we're working on, talk to you a little bit about what we're doing on it, and one of you guys can actually own this truck here shortly because it is just about done. So let's go in the shop and I'll show you what we got going on. Okay, so this is our 73 one owner, original paint, original title, 1210 international four-wheel drive pickup, 3/4 ton. This is the one that if you guys have been following along, we put a 5.3 LS with a 4L60. Now, what we're in the process of doing right now, this is the original paint right here. You can see it's kind of faded. It's definitely got the patina going on here. And this is after wet sand and polish. So there's what it looks like now. There's what it looks like afterwards. You can see me in it. See that? I'm waving at you. Okay, so this has been wet sand and polished. This is original. This is still the original paint. Over on this side, you see we're gonna have to do the whole truck. This is wet sanded right here. It's super smooth. I know you guys can't feel it on camera, so it's really dumb that I'm like rubbing the truck here to tell you how smooth it is, but just trust me, it's smooth. Can you hear that? I guess you can hear it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so original paint right here, unwet sanded. This is original paint, wet sanded, and then all the way on the other side, wet sanded and polished. All right. So, a bunch of you are probably asking, well, how do you do that? I'm so glad you asked because I'm going to show you. But first, let me show you some of the cool things about this truck. So, we're almost done. Check out the interior. Did our signature setup here from our upholstery guys. So that's the original bench seat, completely redone. And see, we put these bolsters in. So it's still a bench, but it's like this is kind of a bucket and that's a bucket. And then we got stainless steel cup holders, and yes, those are permanently in there. They are not just sitting there. All new carpet. Here, let me turn on my handy dandy light. There we go. Hey, look, Ben, now everybody can see better. Haha. Okay, I'm not a professional at this. I'm still working on getting better. So you guys bear with me. I've got a light on here now so we can see a little better, and I can make the light even brighter. So you watch this. Wow. Fancy. Okay. So, new carpet, new seat. We've got brand new door panels that match that are going on here. The brand new armrests that are right up there. Dash is all getting done. It's getting a new windshield and rear view mirror and new rear glass as well. Then we got to put in the sill plates and all new door seals and stuff, and all that's being done as well. So the interior, other than the steering wheel and the dash, is pretty much new, which is awesome. We redid everything. We actually, you can't see it now, but Kevin did 2 patches, one on that side, one on that side. There was a little bit of floor rust. Just from moisture and stuff like that. So Kevin cut out and put all new factory pieces in there. We seam sealed it, then we primered it, then we painted it with bed liner on the bottom and the top, so it's sealed forever. Okay, around to the front. So this is the OG style Belden Warren 8274 winch, the stand-up style. And yeah, I know it has a Harbor Freight fair lead because I didn't have a regular roller fair lead, and I had one of those, so I thought, why not? We'll put a nice aluminum one on there for you guys. We put the modern, brand new coupler on there and rewired all that with a new remote. This is 100% functional. Now, story goes on this winch here. If you guys know, I'm from Central Oregon here, and Les Schwab Tire Center was founded in Primeville, Oregon, and Les Schwab was a guy, he passed away, who founded that tire company. If you go back to a bunch of ads from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, he's driving his little CJ5 Jeep on his ranch, and he says, free beef. It was the free beef ad when you would get beef when you would go in and buy tires and stuff like that. He used to give that away with his purchases. That Jeep has an old school Warren 8274 winch on it. I bought this winch from his buddy. It was a neighbor of his. He was selling it on Facebook Marketplace, if you can believe it. So, as old as the guy was that I bought this from, I believe the story he told me that this is the one that was on that Jeep that Les Schwab used to drive. I have nothing to prove that paperwork wise, just the word of the old guy. But I like the story. It's what he told me. I believe him because it's where we're from. Take it for what it is, a grain of salt. I think it's super cool. Now let me show you guys under the hood of this thing. Alright, so as you can see, 2004 Tahoe 5.3 LS 4L60 block hugger headers. Say that 3 times fast. Resealed the motor, typical LS stuff. I think it had like 155,000 miles. Head gaskets, intake gasket, water pump, cam seals, alternator, new starter, new oil pump, oil pan gasket. Did the little easy intake and stuff. Standalone harness, factory computer, all the extra sensors deleted and stuff like that. So super simple, super Sano, really nice. New master cylinder, does have manual brakes all the way around with power steering. It stops fine, really stops fine. Redid the heater core, got that all done. Aluminum radiator, electric fan. Just, you know, super clean, super Sano. I wanted this to still look like the old farm truck on the outside, polished and nice. You know, we did new wheels and tires, the BFGs, sandblasted and powder coated the wheels, brass valve stumps. We did all the brakes, serviced front and rear diffs, new diff covers, new shocks, redid the front springs, redid the drive lines, serviced the transfer case, went through the transmission, went through the motor, rewired everything, replumbed everything. Both fuel tanks work off of the factory setup. So there's a selector switch right here. So this is driver's tank, this is passenger tank, and this is off. So super simple. It's labeled red on there too. And then right here is your check engine light. So if that light's on, your check engine light's on. And then right here underneath, there's your OBD2 port. So you just plug right in there. If you ever have a check engine light on, it'll tell you what sensor and everything else. So super Sano, super clean, totally reliable. Oh, you guys want me to start it? Come on, Ben, start it up. So there you got this check engine light comes on for the fuel pump, turns on. There you go. Huh? You give it a rev? We'll give it a rev. I gotta reach my foot in here, hang on. Stone cold, so there's a little bit of exhaust. Anyway, so there's that. Factory key location, everything else. Okay, so let me turn this light off because it's like super bright now. There we go. All right, so back to what we're doing here. How do we make it look like this? Let me show you. So over here, I've got, this is just a little foam waterproof sanding block. This is 2000 grit 3M waterproof sandpaper. It's meant for wet sanding, okay? And we just get ourselves a little bucket here like this. This is literally how simple this is. You just take some Dawn dish soap. You can buy this at a dollar store. Put a little bit of that in there. Turn on the hot water. On that side, so that foams up there. So you're going to take a bucket of some warm water. It can be cold. I just like it warm because I'm a Sally and I don't like to have cold hands. Warm water, Dawn dish soap, foam block, 2000 grit sandpaper. We're going to dip it in the water, make sure the surface is nice and wet, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to transform, so hang on. Okay, so just dip that in there. Okay, then we're just going to sand like this. And I'm just going to do a little spot so you guys can see the difference. It does not take much. You just want to keep it wet like that. Okay. And you can go up and down, you can go around, because when you're done, you're going to buff it with a buffer and a foam pad. So it doesn't really matter too much on the scratches. Okay, see that? See all the red? That's all the oxidation that's coming off. You can see it on the ground too. Okay, so now take a towel and wipe it off. Just like that. Okay, so now, can you guys see the difference? That's literally, what was that, 2 minutes? Yeah. Just like that. So that's what I did to this door too. Okay. So you guys can take a bunch of this stuff off just with a really, really minimal amount of work to make it look better. And then when you're all done, I'll show you the next piece. Okay. So I just have a Milwaukee buffer. Brushless electric. You can use the powered ones, you can use whatever you want. It's like a 7 or 8 inch foam pad. You can get them on Amazon or anywhere. They're super cheap. Different foam densities for hard paint, soft paint, I usually just buy the cheapy ones because the old paint like this doesn't really care. Whatever foam polish you want to use. I use 3M stuff. I know WYR stuff is good. Bunch of other stuff out there too. And then just a terry cloth towel. So once you're done with your wet sand, take this, put a little bit of compound on your pad, rub it on, buff it, go back and forth a couple times, low RPMs, and take your terry cloth towel and wipe it all off. I'm out of glaze right now, so I can't show you guys this exact step. That's why I'm trying to show you all the pieces so you guys know. But once I get some more here in the next couple days, I'll follow up with this and we'll show you guys how it all works. So with just a couple hours of time, I'll only show you guys this bedside, but a couple hours of time, you can make an old truck look really, really nice. You know, take a Saturday or Sunday or whatever. So I don't know how well you can see this. Let me turn the light back on. So that bedside right there, I wet sanded it, then I polished it. I probably have 2 hours into that bedside. But look at that difference. Isn't that crazy? I have the light on so you guys can see better. Yeah. It's literally all you have to do. And as I mentioned earlier too, this truck is for sale. It's available. We're going to finish paint polish and wet sanding on this, finish the interior, the sill plates and all the seals and gaskets and things like that, get that all finished up, new windshield, new back glass, and then it's ready to go. So if one of you guys is interested in this truck right here, comment down below, send us an email, 406garagesales@gmail.com, or give us a call at the shop, 406-581-8324. We can put you together with this truck and get it shipped directly to your door if you want. So hopefully this will help some of you guys resurrect some of your old paint. I like to do this to any of these old trucks because I just think they all can look better. This will be another one we're going to do eventually. This is a cab swap we're finishing up right now. Kevin's going to finish this next week, so we're going to polish this when it's all done. I'll try and film some of that so you guys can see that too. But yeah. So don't be afraid to get a little soap and water and a foam block and some wet sanding material. Sand on your old paint. You're not going to make it any worse, in all honesty. And if you're scared of that, go back and watch my video on the blue international pickup from a while ago. I'll put a link down below with the Comet wash. Freiberger and Finnegan, a bunch of other guys have always talked about how you can just buy Comet at the dollar store, soap and water, and you can wash a lot of that oxidation off, and then you can just wash the truck. And that takes a lot of the dullness of your paint off too. It won't polish it, but it'll clean all the oxidation off. So go check out that video. Help you guys out with just resurrecting some old paint, or take some of these tips here and try them on your old truck and share them with me in the comments. Comment down below if you guys have tried this before, or if you guys do this on your own, if you've done the Comet wash trick or whatever. I'd love to hear from you guys some of your tips and tricks and things on how you make old paint look new again. But hopefully this will help some of you guys to make some of your trucks look a little bit nicer, and you enjoyed learning a little bit as well as I did. So all right, talk to you guys soon. We'll see you on the next one.